Right guys, welcome to another video, and today this is a very important video, very important for you guys. You guys need to know why statement of purpose might get you rejected, what you might have done wrong in it, and how you can basically do something to placate that, how you can really make sure that you have nothing on your application, nothing on your statement of purpose that's gonna get you in the rejects pile. Your statement of purpose is a very important part of the admissions process, as you might know, and you need to make sure that well, if there's nothing, even if there's nothing very good on it, like there should really not be anything that can get you in the rejects pile, really. So there can be things that are mediocre, or it's fine, whatever it is, but making sure that it is not crazy bad, or something that is just going to get you into the dump or something. So that's what this video is about. And really, a lot of people are asking me about statement of purpose. If you want to know more, like, it's cool, you can message me on Instagram or whatever, but I think I'm gonna try to get through all of the points in here in this video. All right, so let's get through with it. Okay, so first point, whenever you're writing your statement of purpose, a lot of people like to start with cliches. They like to start with quotes, and quotes are okay, but as long as they are pertinent to your application, there should be something that the rest of your SOP should align with that part, right? It should really be kind of like it should really be a combination, and it should really fit in there. It shouldn't just be something that you just, all right, I just like this code, let me just throw it in. No, don't do that. It's a very important part of the application. You need to understand that. Okay, so that's the first part. Also, do not start with this. Please, I've stressed this in my other videos. Do not start with this. When I was 5 years old, I basically disassembled every appliance in my home. And then I assembled it back together. Don't do that. People are not gonna believe you, first of all, and secondly, no one on the admissions committee is interested in knowing about this stuff. They want to know what you've been doing for the recent years, unless you're a total prodigy who's done some major achievements, who had some major achievements, like that. Because if you were doing that when you were at the age of 5, you should have won probably the Nobel Prize by now. So don't do that. Okay, that's the first part. Making sure that you do not use cliched sentences. Don't tell them that I like to study these subjects, and I studied them in my undergraduate. It's fine, most people would like them, and or sometimes people just say I like to read books. It's fine, but as long as it is not pertinent to your course, don't mention it. Your SOP should be very concise. There's no space for this kind of thing. All right, so that's the first point. Let's move on to the next point, and that is basically when you really talk about irrelevant stuff, like you would talk about well, you can just talk about a lot of things that are irrelevant, like I like to play badminton, I like to go to the gym, I like to hang around with friends. Dude, these things are irrelevant to your application. It probably gives the message to the committee that yeah, you're a nice person and everything, but at the same time it won't really kind of differentiate you from the other people. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you stand out. You want to make sure that you are this totally unique person. And as you might know, that these people on the admissions committee, apart from a good applicant, they're looking for someone who can really be diverse, who can really make that culture more diverse. That population that they have over there at the university, it should be as diverse as possible. So make sure that you contribute to that in some way. Show them that you can add to that. Okay, so those are your first 2 points. Let's move on. I have like 5-6 more points. Okay, next is lack of research. Now, whenever you're going for a program, you might be applying for 2 or 3 kind of programs. Like, personally, I am only applying to CS programs because I'm sure that I want to go for CS. But if you are applying for something else, let's say you are applying for CS and you're applying for CE, computer engineering, and sometimes people also apply for data science courses, professional level courses. So it's fine, apply for all of them, but make sure that you have a different SOP, like completely different draft. Don't use more than 30-40% of that previous draft that you might have used in the CS course. Fine, there might be some overlap, but make sure that you're not basically trying to make a statement of purpose which will work for every course there is that you want to apply to. So don't do that, because at the end of the day, even if you make sure that you're getting both the aspects of it in the same page, but it won't work, because it gives the committee the wrong message at times, because they think that you are interested in some one course more than the other, and you're applying to the wrong course, because you can't really just create that kind of a balance in that thing. So make sure that you're not doing that. Draft a separate SOP for every course, and do your research. Go to the website, and your first step should be, whenever you're applying for a graduate program, at least go to the website, check out the courses, check out what courses you would be taking. Definitely make sure that you're genuinely interested in the course, and only then apply for it. Because once you're interested and you know that these are the courses that you will be studying over there when you go over there, well, it just shows the committee that you're so much more interested, that you actually went on to the program's website, you actually made sure that you have some information about the program before applying. Because most people, surprisingly, they just go for the program, they don't even know what the course is about or what they would be studying, and that's something that can potentially get you rejected straight away if the committee gets to understand that what this guy is probably targeting some other course, or he's kind of misinterpreting the course. Well, think about it this way: you have a very limited number of seats. Would you want to admit an applicant who is trying to apply to CS but has an SOP that shows that he should be going for something other than that, maybe computer engineering, So I don't think so. I mean, we already have a limited number of seats. I would probably recommend him to apply to the CE course or something, but at the same time, the committee really couldn't bother. So neither do they have the time. So keep that in mind, okay? Right, let's look at the next thing. And basically, your punctuation, your writing structure, your style of writing, everything should be tip top, clean. One idea per paragraph. Don't go for more than that. Separate. Seriously, make sure that you have, like, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 paragraphs. It's fine, but as long as one paragraph conveys concrete single idea, that would be so much more worth, and that tells the committee that you're ready to take on research projects, and you can really write well, and you have that that flair that they require when they need you to do professional writing. And that is very important for these courses, because trust me guys, it's a graduate level program. You're expected to know all this stuff, right? Even if it's an undergraduate program and you show them that you can do this, they will be surprised. It is a very important skill to write. AWA is very kind of taken for granted, but it isn't. Trust me, it is a very important skill, and you guys can, your SOP is someplace you can really prove it to the committee that hands down how it is done. Okay, so that's one thing. Make sure that you run it through the spell checker. Make sure that you run it through Grammarly or something. Your punctuation, your everything should be structure, really everything should be tip top. Even ask your recommenders who are writing the LOR to actually run it through some service like that. Grammarly is one of the top services. Ask them to basically make sure that there's no flaws in your LORs as well, so they can actually just before the send, just tell them to please do that. If you request them, they will do it. So that's something you can go with. Don't show the committee that you're kind of careless with the process, but just write whatever you want. The structure is not correct, but you don't care. Don't do that. Make sure there's a pattern, and every paragraph, like every ending line of the paragraph, kind of evolves into the next paragraph. So that is a very important fact, and most people don't stress on it, but it shows the committee that you are ready for something, for professional writing or something, which is very important in graduate level courses especially. Okay, so let's do that. The next is not understanding what the course is really about. So the thing is that some people would just apply to the course, but they don't understand what the course is about, what the course will. You should basically know that after really investing so much money, so much time in the course, what you are going to be coming out with. It's not just the brand name of the university. It's like the most important thing that you'll be coming out with is knowledge, right? And your knowledge is really where basically you would put your money. So if the more you know, the more you can earn, something like that. So if you're very keen on earning money or something, you gotta understand that a degree is not just a brand name. It's more than that. It's about knowledge, it's about research, it's about getting all of the cutting edge knowledge in your mind, because when you're going over there, that's what you're looking for, right? So understand what the course is about, research on the course. First thing you want to do is go on the course website and check out everything there is about the course. Read every line, literally. Don't even skip one line. You should know everything that the course is offering you. Okay, great. Next, let's look at the thing that a lot of people just kind of mention that what, my dad works in the same industry, or my mother works in the same industry, my uncle, something like that. And sure, that's cool, but what does it have to show? Why do you even want to mention it when you have like a single or two page SOP or something, and you're mentioning you're just you wasting that space. No one cares what your parents do or what your family does. They might be in the same industry, they might not. If they are, take advantage of it and go for internships or jobs in the same industry. They can probably get you into some, refer you, or get you into some good level companies. Just use it, but don't kind of try to show it to the committee that yeah, you're made for this because your family is working in the industry. That doesn't work like that. Some people are kids of students are sometimes their parents are doctors or something, but they're engineers. So it doesn't make sense, because it's not like we're living in the 1800s now that a doctor's son has to be a doctor. It doesn't work like that anymore. So no need to go back to the 1800s. Okay, next is your only two more points, by the way. So next is basically trying to target multiple courses with one SOP. I already covered this. Don't do that. Make sure that you're not kind of using the same SOP. So I wouldn't really elaborate on that right now. It's just a waste of time. The next is, the final one, is that you're targeting the wrong course. A lot of people target the complete wrong course. Like, you're probably someone who's been in the industry working for 5 years in the data science domain, and now you suddenly decide, and you have no concrete reason for it, but you decide that what, I wanna go into acting or something, and I'll go to probably the UCLA, whatever school they have for acting, and or maybe just some. Don't change the stream completely. There should be at least some alignment. You might want to go for CS. In that case, it's fine. You can show them that you're no more interested in analytics and stuff. You want to be in development, but really don't just target the complete wrong course. Fine, or at least try to show that there's some link, or at least you have done some internships, or you've done something that can really create that link. That link should be there between these streams. A lot of people have been taking up mechanical, and they are now going for CS or something like that. It's cool, it's totally cool, but show them that you worked, and at least 60-70% of the CS as a CS graduate would, right? Undergraduate would, whatever. So these are some of the points that can get your SOP thrown out the window if you're not taking care of them. Make sure that all of these points, every single one of them, write them down, and make sure there's a tick right next to them that, all right, this is something I've taken care of, and I'm sure that this is something that the admissions committee won't reject me on. Because trust me, guys, it's all on you. It's your research. People sometimes text me, that I get calls all the time, even at 7 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes people just say, what, this is my GRE score, this is my blah blah blah, and then could you please suggest some universities? Dude, I don't suggest universities. That's on you. That's on your research. Do your research. Really, go for it. It takes time and it takes energy. Don't ask people, or at least don't ask strangers on Facebook groups to suggest safe universities or ambitious universities. Don't do that. It's pointless. Just send in your applications. Look at the universities yourself. If you need more help shortlisting universities, I've made a good 25-minute video on that. You can go check it out on my channel. It is probably the best video on it. Like I've shown like probably 5 or 6 different approaches. It's, you know, recorded on my laptop and everything, so you will see me do it all live. So go for that, but don't really, you know, just go asking random people. So anyway, guys, these are some of the points that you should take care of in your statement of purpose. Make sure that it doesn't get rejected. Make sure that it is pristine. And if you want to get in touch with me, contact me on my Instagram, join the WhatsApp group, whatever. I will see you in the next video. Consider subscribing and keep giving me your support. Thank you.